Hey, hey, hey! Today we're back testing the best decks in Marvel Snap. We're going to be trying out the Jane Jaw deck in Conquest mode. We earned our second Infinity Avatar in Conquest mode with this deck last season, but this week it got two pretty significant nerfs. Wasp's effect lost 1 power, and Hulk no longer gets buffed if you haven't drawn him yet. Like last time, I'm going to show you the last game of all 5 battles that it took me to win the Silver and Gold Conquests and earn our first Infinity ticket of the season. Please let me know what you think of the format, and if you have any questions about the deck, leave them in the comments below. Commenting on the video is one of the best ways you can help me as a creator. And the Sentry. We actually did see the Sentry get discarded. We just haven't seen them play it. Alright. We'll Lockjaw over here, because we're going to want to play our Mjolnirs over there. I think that Collector's a little scarier, although it's kind of a wash. You know, Xandar probably means left is a little bit harder for me to keep up with, since I'm only going to be playing 2 cards. Okay. I think we don't have to worry anymore about this. We're definitely going to win, right? Pretty much no matter what we pull out. If we pull out America Chavez, that's great. If we pull out the Infinite, that's great. If we pull out Jubilee, that's great. If we pull out Mjolnir, that's great. So I think we've got this. And Shang-Chi can't get us because they have priority. So I think we're pretty safe. Orca's decent, but doesn't even contest just the Thor alone. So I'm a little surprised by that. We got the second Mjolnir, which adds another 12, which is great. And that's our first battle win. Not too big a loss. Jubilee, definitely the best of that group to discard. My deck tracker is not letting me look at what my opponent discarded. Sanctum Sanctorum, we can get into with Dr. Doom, they can get into with Jeff. Yeah, we have Jane Foster. We are probably going to be able to get our Thor out, or get our Mjolnir out. Alright, they played the Time Stone, so this is the turn where we think they are pretty likely to try to play a Professor X. And I would bet they try to play Professor X left. Just a Soulstone. Never mind. That makes our zeros a lot worse. But we do throw priority this way. Dracula is going to be a 50-50 between Infinite and America Chavez, which is good odds for us. There's their Jeff. Ugh, Shadow King. Wow. Shadow King's a really surprising thing to run. I still think we've got it. I'm gonna snap. It's a late snap, but... Oh, and they're snapping. This one's for all the marbles. What have they got? They haven't played Space Stone, so... It's just a Devil Dinosaur. They thought that they won mid. But they didn't. And they didn't win left either. Alright. Shuri Taskmaster Destroyer deck with Invisible Woman that I was having a lot of fun with. And I think it's interesting to sort of add a Galactus package into that style of deck. And with Jean Grey, I think it's interesting. But so far, they're not having that much luck with it. Right, we'll play our Thor. Stop the Nebula from growing. Do you think Deathlock is their last card? It's pretty likely. Jane Foster would be the best thing for us to pull from this. Dr. Doom's okay. And we'll take Jane here, either way. We know we're drawing America Chavez next turn. And that Venom would have been so much stronger at Anita Valier. Kind of tough for them. Mjolnir is definitely the thing we want to get rid of. We can play Hulk over here, and we can play Wasp from it. And we're contesting all three lanes pretty well. Again, I should snap. I feel very confident here, but I don't want to make him run away. Wow, Odin gets me another Dr. Doom. That's fun. Yeah, Taskmaster on the sidewalk. It's only 6. It's really not strong. Not sure what they were thinking on that. I guess conceding pretty much in this matchup. Hopefully we get the Infinite down here. Nothing's terrible. Odin's kind of a waste, but it's all okay. Lockjaw's least helpful. Or the least expensive, rather. Still, we can put a Jubilee into the Lockjaw, and it's pretty good outcome. And Polaris isn't that strong for them. Okay, I think actually because Drew Thor, we'd rather get the Mjolnir into the deck. Huh. Crude rate seems wrong. I'm gonna snap on that. We haven't seen their last card, which, you know, I have a little bit of a worry that it's Wong. To double Silver Surfer, which would be an unpleasant surprise for us. Okay. Basically, we have Odin is going to be our strongest 6-cost play. And the question is, we could Odin Mjolnir and make our left side huge. Or we could just sort of do Mjolnir mid, Wasp, Odin. I think this is probably better. I love to Odin the Mjolnir. I think it's a really fun thing, but in this case, they sort of gave us the Space Throne with a misplay. So we might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, and that's a clean win. It looks like we would have won either way, but that is the end of the battle. Snapping on 1. They probably have a Shang-Chi in their deck, and so Monster Island is going to be good for them. Okay, I will play Baron Mordo. I like to disrupt them. And we can actually storm Monster Island and then Jubilee over there. And that's a pretty strong play. Alright, they're a bounce deck with Vault and Storm. I think that we've got them. So I'm going to go ahead and snap for all the marbles. I will technically have 1 life left if they win this, but that'll pretty much be the game. Alright, let's see what we can pull. Thor, Dracula, America Chavez are great. Doctor Doom's okay. Lockjaw, High Evolutionary would be bad. Okay, they're ahead over here, but we got Mjolnir. So, amazingly, I think that we can... So, what I'm thinking is that we could White Tiger and then Mjolnir Odin mid. And that's pretty strong, but it doesn't use our pig, which is also fun. But we would just Jane Foster otherwise. And I would rather do this. I think it's more fun. Oh, I should have wasped right. Wow, a snow guard. That is totally surprising. I could not have predicted that. And we can now wasp right. Although I don't expect that to have a big impact on the game. I still think we've got this. But the snow guard was a very surprising play. Ooh, and Jeff moving. Oh, that's a surprise. I mean, if they're gonna win from that, I'm gonna be impressed. But we played pretty well here, so yeah, it's gonna take a lot of power that they don't have. We won all 3 locations.